Hello, lads, and lassies, and welcome back to another episode of Dr. Stone. If you're watching this on Patreon, then I thank you, because you are, I think, like 3 weeks ahead at this point than YouTube is. I'm probably going to drop all of the Dr. Stones once on Patreon, like have them released weekly on YouTube. But this is Season 3 of Dr. Stone. We are 3 episodes in. Perfect. It's 3x3. A little bit behind the sub, but you know, it is what it is, as they say. If you want to hear Aaron Dismuke voice Senku Shinobia. Oh, not Shinobi, Shinomiya. But yeah, we're just going through Dr. Stone right now. Last episode, we unlocked the butler. And we don't know if the butler is a he or a she. Doesn't really matter. Then Minami, I believe her name is. She's like the reporter that Tsukasa had on his side. She's becoming a little bit more of a prominent character with her whole photography thing. We also unlocked a camera, which, in my opinion, is really cool. And we had like the Albert Einstein cameo reference, and just Senku being the absolute dork he is. Ah, man, I love this show so much. I don't remember if we did any more of the Minecraft stuff last episode. I hope we did. I hope that Minecraft stuff from that first episode just continues on through the rest of the season, if not the series. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really know where we're going with this episode. We're still looking for oil. This season's called The New World, but we haven't quite gotten to exploring the New World just yet. We are exploring the new horizons of the sky. So let's see how far we get in this episode, if we're introduced to any new characters, or perhaps we find that sweet, sweet oil. Those kind of look like real pictures. I don't know, they're drawn they look like real when they're in black and white.
Woohoo! You bet! My adorable creations are pulling their weight!
Yes, they are, Kasaki.
Hey, yo, ground search team, can you hear me?
I love how advanced they've become. It's like they've come so far since season 1, episode 1 even.
That liquid gold sleeping in the ground.
Still don't know how to do that.
I want oil.
Ah, Tsukasa. I wonder how long it's gonna take to get you out of that ice. Still don't know who these people are. And we have a chef right there, an evil chef. We have the butler, a good chef, and then evil chef. Oh, it's poetic. They've killed him. Bakugo couldn't survive. Oh, is that? Oh, I thought it was. No, it's not an urchin. It's a.
Chestnuts.
Are chestnuts actually covered in like all that prickly
Aerial
stuff?
photos are great. They show us everything.
It grew this much.
Look at
in just
all
a few
that
months.
wheat.
Wheat is incredible, guys.
It's easy to see
already
how
been
it
a few
became
months.
staple worldwide.
Ah! I think I just pulled something. Farming is back torture, I swear. Don't sweat it, yo.
I wonder how many
You
farmers
leave
can
the rest
relate to
me.
that.
I'm still raring to harvest. Time to open a restaurant. A 3-star Francois joint.
How do you?
If that is what you wish.
And food is our gasoline. Ideally, we want something
Food is
full of
our
protein and easy to preserve.
Oil.
Insanely delicious and luxurious. I'm talking truffles, caviar, maybe foie gras.
None of that is ever happening, hey. Be real. Even if we wanted them, we don't have the ingredients.
You think so?
Don't you
I've never heard
dare
Francois shoot
underestimate
down a
the
request like that in my
requirements,
entire
or not the
life.
requirement. Don't you dare underestimate
Just
Francois.
So I've taken the liberty of summoning an expert. The one most knowledgeable about the flora and fauna near the village.
Who the heck is that?
Kohaku's
No
dad? No. I don't know. Suika! Oh, she hasn't had the food, huh? First time.
Let's see.
First time.
It's hard to be sure because of how fuzzy the image is.
Yeah, you don't need a trap when you have Kohaku.
But what about the truffles? They're so expensive that some call them black diamonds, so they must be rare.
Actually, you can find truffles growing
Actually.
in many forests.
She's lived her whole life in the wild. Perhaps she's developed some unreal power of observation.
I mean, like, basically, well, not evolution, but
I
she's
think
kind
I
of just
found them. The black
experienced. She's lived her life to. She needs to
No
do
way
that for
you're able to see
survival.
mushrooms in that blurry-ass photo.
diamond. Then what's this black splotch I'm seeing?
Oil.
It is suspicious, I'll give you that.
Guys.
You don't think a dark liquid seeping up to the surface It's the ultra rare treasure
Literally
trove
paying
we've
your
been
weight in
after.
oil.
The Sagara oil fields.
Our job is to support the search effort with the culinary delights of our soon-to-be restaurant.
But we still haven't found the black diamond. I'm
Yeah,
starting
you
to
don't
think that
need the
maybe there
black
aren't any.
diamonds.
Don't worry, Suika. The boars know what they smell like.
Oh, you're gonna use the boars to find, you know, pretty smart, pretty smart.
The scent of truffles is very similar to that of boar pheromones. Because
Really?
of that overlap, boars are adept at locating underground truffles.
The amount of little facts that you find out in this show.
Oh, what did I find? Whatever it is.
The
it's
boar
time
can
to
speak!
This is the exact reason that people stopped using boars and pigs for hunting truffles.
Everything will be okay, Francois! The great detective duo, Suika and Chuck, can take it
Oh, I
from
miss Suika. Yeah, that does not look good at all.
It's no use.
The boars know what they smell like.
You can use the boars to find the oil?
Right, the boars. In 1872, how did they discover
I don't
the
think
Sagara oil
anyone
fields?
would know this
I
fact.
don't think any of us are gonna know that answer but you.
They were like, what the hell? So they followed it as it did its thing.
Wait!
found the truffles, we can finally move on to making food for the restaurant!
Oh no!
That's strange. This boar smells of oil.
Stop! We need him alive!
Man, that was seconds before disaster.
We want you to take us somewhere you've been.
We found a new pet, the new mascot of Dr. Stone.
Thank you, Sagara! You're the best!
You named it?
Really give that boar a name?
You were gonna eat the boar!
Well, we can't be friends if we don't know each other's names, right?
Yeah, you run, boar, get out of there. Said he was gonna eat you, name and all. Oh.
The mud water's burning! Which means it isn't water at all!
Don't drink it.
The power we're using to move the boats.
Oil, the king of resources, is ours
Wait,
for
we
the
found
taking.
the oil.
We've discovered the Sagara oil.
Oil acquired.
Really good job, Sagara!
Don't eat Sagra.
But Francois is going to cook you up now. I'm sorry, buddy.
Francois,
We can keep this one.
what do you say? Is that boar worth eating?
He's stanky.
Let him loose or take him home. Up to you.
We're keeping it as a pet.
Thank goodness! Now we can really be friends.
Aww. Pet acquired.
Now then, let's get right to an oil test.
It's so
Is this what it
tiny.
looks like?
Yep, it's a motorboat. Oh, wait, sorry, you were talking about the engine, weren't you? It's known as a Stirling engine. Remember the Stirling refrigerator we made?
I feel like
for
I've heard of this
Isuka-san?
before.
It
Oh,
turned
maybe that's
piston
why.
movement into a heat differential.
And we're sure this is safe to pour in? No,
Absolutely
spray?
not.
Hey, that's the love potion! You find someone you want to use it on, Senku?
Love potion.
It's a
Oh.
love potion. Yes, what are you
Oh, I forgot.
You remember
Oh,
that stuff
so
you whipped up
long
in the lab
ago.
back in the day? We've already caught up to that point. Guess all that's left is to go beyond it.
Go beyond. Plus Ultra. They don't have enough seats for you, Ikuyo. What are you doing?
We're off to an uncharted world.
That's so cool. We have a boat. Or,
Coast's already
shoot, a
completely
speedboat.
gone. There's something kind of lonely about it. Like we're the only ones in the whole world.
I can see how it could be lonely, but I could also see how
I
it'd
know
be
the Earth is
so
70%
peaceful.
water, but seeing it firsthand is always something.
The ocean is bad. Not to worry, Chrome. We have our sextant.
Wasn't Senku a
One,
little
don't lose
suspicious of
that.
thing?
Two,
Yeah. And since we're all gonna be
shoot.
risking our
Oh,
lives
yeah.
out
Make
there,
sure that you don't run out of
we're
oil.
gonna want our coordinates to be 10 billion% accurate. Yep, we're making a GPS.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sure, totally. Mhm.
Nah. Satellites?
So we gotta send a satellite up into
Can't be making
space.
satellites.
Yeah, no kidding.
Did we just build it, like,
The
off
water
screen?
wheel packs a lot more of a punch than a battery.
Time to turn this thing on!
I guess we just built it off screen. Look at that.
Say,
Oh, here we go again.
that first phone call between you and Chrome? You've been given a second chance.
They-
How
they-
about you share
this
your
is-
feelings this time?
I mean, like,
This
I
is
guess,
the
like,
first land to sea
it's
call.
not like
There's
the
something
time.
special. What do you say? Girls are allowed to make the first move too. In fact, I bet he'd like that.
Whatever are you
Look at all the
talking
old
about?
people back there. Hey, Kohaku. It ain't happening. This is a shonen, remember?
Telling me that I should.
And we lost it.
Come on, what a cliche.
How? Just now, we suddenly got a
Interference.
strong signal from somewhere.
Plasma
It's the
from
other
space?
people out there.
It's no natural phenomenon.
Someone out there took notice.
Wait.
Oh, that's
you mean
scary.
like
Now that's scary.
But even if someone else was revived, would they have the tech?
Wait, is that Morse code?
Could it be? I think that's Morse code.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's a message meant for us.
Where
It's
are you?
W, H,
Or
and
why? Ah.
It just says why.
Oh, it's terrifying, but so cool.
Are you the masterminds behind humanity's petrification? Been waiting 3,700 years for this. I can't help but be excited.
It's gonna end, I know it. Yep. Ah. Man, I feel like we did a ton of stuff. Like, we advanced a ton off screen. Not as a bad thing, because I could totally see like season 1 Dr. Stone going like, alright, now it's time to build the radio tower. And then like we spend 2 or 3 episodes building that. But this season, still don't know. I don't know if it's been confirmed by this time or not. Maybe by the time this video releases on YouTube, like we'll know for certain. At the time of recording, we still don't know exactly how long this season is supposed to be. But with the pace that it seems to be going, we might be getting 12 episodes. I kind of do hope it's 24, just kind of get like that full story out there. But yeah, it's been a couple months at least since the first episode. All the wheat's grown. We're even thinking of building a restaurant. We have a pig pen. This is truly the age of agriculture. So instead of hunting, we're like raising animals to the. It sounds morbid, but we're raising animals to the slaughter. But like, it's an incredible advance in technology, I guess. No, not really. It's an incredible advance in agriculture. I think that's what it would be technically defined as. I'm surprised, really, that the villagers never thought of capturing the animals that they hunted. It's been like, what, supposedly, I forgot how long, 3,000. I think it was like close to 4,000 years, like right 3,700 years. So there'd be a ton of generations of villagers out there. I guess they never had the manpower or the space to acquire these, or to like trap these boars. But I'm surprised that after like 3,700 years of just time passing, like all these generations of the village, of Isagami village, never came to think of, let's try and capture boars to raise and slaughter, like a farming system in place. But then again, I don't really know that much about indigenous cultures either. Like, I don't know before, like, let's just like say an Indian culture, Native American culture. I don't know if they had a farming system. I do know hunting was prevalent in there, and I know they had like agricultural farming, I believe. But I don't know if they had a animal farming system where they raised animals to kill. I think it could have just been a cultural thing in the sense of like, we hunt, and that's like our culture. Because beginning of season 1, we see Isagami Village, very traditional in that kind of sense. It's a hunting thing. The king, or not the king, the ruler was chosen via a tournament arc. It felt more old school, traditional, like old school traditional kind of culture, and now it's just because it's just like, throw that out the window. We've gone like thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of years of evolution in a couple, in maybe a couple of years, maybe a year. So that just like throw all that out. But I wrote down we have a car, which is the the gorilla car. Now we have a motorboat, which just happened again. The car I think took an episode last season to build, and we took this episode during the war arc to build a car. And in this, it's like, oh yeah, no, we built a better car. First of all, Kaseki just built a better car between episodes, and this motorboat, nah, we believe me, Senku can do it. So it seems like we're moving away from the building of things, the science of building things. Because I think at this point we've just built so much stuff. A lot of the stuff that we have used in the past can be used to build the stuff that we need now. Forgot what it was. I was going to bring up something else, but like the example, like literally in this episode with the Sterling something. I was like, I think I heard about that before, because they used it in the show to freeze Tsukasa. So they're just using that concept with the boat, and it's like, all right, we just don't really need to go through step by step the creation of this stuff anymore. I was going to bring up Chrome's prison experience, where he used everything he learned from Senku, from himself, the village. He used everything from their past to create something new. But like that something new was like founded on what we already know as an audience and what he knows as a character. So we're getting to a point where we're no longer doing the step-by-step tutorials, and I think we're going to get more into the plot-heavy stuff, the lore of Dr. Stone, which makes me very excited. Because don't get me wrong, I love the tutorials of this show. I think the tutorials really set this show out from literally everything else. I don't really know another show that taught me so many strange facts about science and the world, like the pig pheromones. Like, oh yes, pigs were used to find this fungus because this fungus gave off the same pheromones that the opposite sex pig would give. I'm like, I don't know when I will ever use that in my life. That is a fact that I know now. And then we just have like a whole bunch of other like the evolutions of the watermill, batteries, how all that works. I have like all these strange facts in my head. It's because of how much time they put into like trying to help you learn about how all this stuff works. And I think I read in a comment down that one of you guys left that the author was friends and consulted on with an actual scientist, or like consulted with multiple scientists to make sure that this was as close to reality as possible. I mean, the most unrealistic thing about the show is that Senku knows all of this. I'm sure that there's like some geniuses out there in the world that do know all of this, but in reality, I feel like this would be more of a like, so you have like, this is the car expert, and he knows like a whole bunch of stuff about like the science of cars, how it all runs. This is the agricultural expert. This is like, you know, like Senku is a master of every field, which makes it like, I think he's the most unrealistic part about all of this, just because he knows it all. But that doesn't mean like it's bad. It's just like, I wish I had his mind. If I could just remember that one math equation for my college finals, it's just oh my god. I wish I had like I wish I had a hundredth of what Senku's mind was. But it seems like we're moving away from the tutorials and like the how-tos, and we're moving into the lore, this was season 1 and 2. This was the tutorial of Dr. Stone. In season 3, we're going into the all right, better get excited. Who, why, when, and where did the stone world become real? Or like what happened? Why? And the radio frequency. Now I know because of the intro, there's a couple new characters. But I wonder if this radio frequency, like, it can't have survived from the new world or from the old world, right? Like, did someone? This is like a spitball that I'm pretty sure is wrong. I just kind of want to say it, but like, did someone like program this frequency to emit the question why, like, from the old world? I don't know how it would survive all the way till now, but the more likely answer is like someone else was depetrified, or there's another civilization out there, and they're asking why is someone sending out those signals, which that would be so scary. Like Chrome was talking about how it's kind of scary, like to have like all this ocean around. It's like there's nothing there. It feels lonely. I haven't been out on like an open ocean like that before. I would like to. Obviously not in the sense of I'm stranded, because that would be terrifying, but like on a cruise or on a tour boat, I feel like they would be so peaceful. And I love the smell of the open ocean, because I've been to beaches and I love the smell of it. I think it'd be very peaceful. The terrifying thing is those signals. Like, what is out there? It's kind of like talking about like in space, you know, like we send signals out into space in the real world. Like right now in the present, we are sending signals out into space to see if anyone will respond to those signals. What happens when someone, or if something, when or if someone or something responds to those? What do we do? What happens? To me, that's far more terrifying than floating out on the ocean with a boat that works. But I think it'd be even more terrifying, like in this world, or like in the Dr. Stone world, because it's like, oh wait, we're not the only people out there. We're not the only ones like that were depetrified. And Senku thinks, or Senku seems to think, that has some relation to do with the person that petrified the world. It could not. I guess we'll find out next episode. But man, I am just so excited to have Dr. Stone back. This episode, like the first 2 episodes were like, oh yeah, how nice. Most of this was like, yeah, how nice, we're building stuff, we're getting to the new world, oil and all that. Then, boom, plot twist. And now I have to wait till next week to watch the next episode. And then, yeah, the cycle repeats every week. But lads and lassies, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified of the next episode of Dr. Stone. And if you want to watch it right now, due to how I'm recording this, I'm not actually I'm not uploading these to YouTube live. So if you want to watch the next episode right now, which would be, 4, 5, and 6 maybe, you can go check those out on Patreon. And like right now, you can check those out on Patreon while this is uploaded on YouTube, on our early access and full-length tiers. And if you just want to support the channel, you can do that by going to Patreon or literally just subscribing and leaving a like. Leave a comment too. What was your favorite part of this episode? Let me down in the comments below. I'll see you all next week for the next episode of Dr. Stone. Get excited, lads.